Hello everyone, welcome to another video of Cloud Deep Dive. In today's video, we will talk about a new feature launched by AWS, which is enable secure seamless sign-on to your Amazon EC2 Windows instance by using AWS SSO. So let's first discuss about few challenges which all these organizations were facing prior to launch of this particular feature and how this feature will help these organizations to overcome these challenges. So you will see on my screen that I have one Windows instance running, and to log into this particular Windows instance and to make a RDP connection to it, you need an ID and password. Suppose you have thousands of EC2 Windows instance running and you have multiple administrator. You need to provide credentials to all those administrators so that they can log into this EC2 instance or they can make a RDP connection, and they need an RDP client software uh, on their particular machine from where they are logging. Now suppose one of the administrator leave the organization. You need to revoke the access for that particular administrator so that they cannot access this Windows EC2 instance. That could be a challenge, and most of the organization run into that when somebody leaves their organization, how to revoke it. If they are the administrator, they have access and they have the keys and they have the IDs and passwords. So it could be a challenging situation. Another that distributing those ID and password, remembering all those ID and password is also also a challenging situation. To solve all these problems, AWS launched or kind of now allow it to use AWS SSO along with your system manager to log in into your EC2 instances. So right now, as a normal user, when I'm not logged in as a SSO user or by using the SSO user portal, if I try to log into my this particular Windows machine from system manager, so I went to system manager, I went to fleet manager, and just to add that fleet manager is another service launched by AWS last year during 2020 reInvent, which allows you to manage all your nodes at a single place. So your administrator can go here and select a particular node and like it can view detail, they can make a RDP connection from here and do a bunch of other activities. So if I click on connect with remote desktop, it will give me two options. One, I can use the credential, and another key pair. So whosoever log in to this particular EC2 machine, they need to have credential or key pair which you used while launching the particular instance. So you have to keep it somewhere which these users should have access, and they need to use it while logging into that EC2 instance. So what AWS has done now you can integrate this SSM and AWS SSO, and you don't need your credential or key pair to log in. It will be just single click button click where it will let you sign in or kind of log into your EC2 Windows instance. So AWS SSO is again like it's a single sign-on where you can define your own users in AWS SSO, or you can integrate AWS SSO with some external identity, and that could be Azure Active Directory or Okta or something else based on what you use on your in your organization. So you can integrate either those, or you can define a new user in AWS SSO, and you can use, or those user can log in by using the portal link which is provided here, and based on the permissions you are providing those users, they will have access to those AWS resources. So in this case, in this particular demo, I have integrated my Azure AD. If you don't have, you don't need to do that. You can just use the simple SSO and you can define a new user here as well, but I do have Azure AD, so I'm using that one. And as part of that, a user test AWS which I created in my Azure AD is synced up here. So I will use this particular user test AWS to log in to that portal, and we'll see that how this user will be able to log into EC2 instance without using any credentials. I've logged in to that portal by using test AWS user, and I opened that particular account. You can see that test AWS user is being I use that particular user to log in. So if I go to my system manager, and if I go to fleet manager, And Fleet Manager is another service which is launched by AWS last year during reInvent time. And it allows you to manage all your instances at a single place, so you don't need to go to the multiple places, and you can do all the patchwork and all those. So System Manager is another big service. I'm not gonna cover, but it's kind of like give you a lot of access, like doing the patching, running the commands on your Windows instance or your Linux instances and all those stuff. So if this user which is logged in, which is part of your SSO, or which are could be part of your external identity, you can use either of the user. If they need to log into this instance, so instead of using the credential, if you go to the node action and to connect with remote desktop. So remember when I logged in, I was logged in as a normal user, I had only these two options, key pair and user credential. But now since I have logged in by using my SSO link, or because as part of SSO user, I got another option, single sign-on. And if I click on this, I didn't enter any ID password. It's getting authenticated by using the SSO, and it will give me access to this particular Windows instance. So it will take maybe a few more seconds to create that connection. So you can see entering the remote desktop connection, and it logged in, or I logged in that particular Windows instance, you can see. So if you want to do anything, you can do it the way you do when you create a remote desktop connection with your EC2 instances. So similarly, if you have multiple EC2 instances, you can connect all of them, and you will have different tabs here. I think there's 3 or 4 tabs they allow at a single point of time, but you can check their documentation. So this is how AWS SSO kind of integrates with System Manager, and it allows you to log into your Windows instance. You don't need to remember any credentials. You don't need to give any credential to any of the user. No key do you need to pass. Just you need to add those user as part of your need to add those user as part of your external identity or as part of your SSO, and they will be able to access these instances seamlessly. So that's all about this new feature, folks. So if you have any question, please do let me know. We'll be happy to answer, and please do like and share this video with your friends, and please do subscribe to my channel. I'll be uploading more videos on newly launched features. reInvent is also next week, so I'll be keeping an eye what new features they are launching. Obviously they will have a lot of new features, and we'll try to record videos on those, give you a demo. We'll try to explain how those features can help you. Please stay tuned. Thank you so much, folks. Bye.